like she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bow down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in Week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. First down carry here for Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
It's a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Ravens' 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Jackson.
It'll be a gain of 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A gain of 11.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, You can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
34-yard line.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
The ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second down and 5. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Eluding the pressure right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We'll take over
first quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Good. Makes It's the score, Texans 7, Ravens nothing. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Jackson's pass.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Jackson. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
With the score,
it's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, a run to Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
This will be caught by Brown. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
A gain of 9.
Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Miles Boykin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That ties the game.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He finds his man Johnson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And they'll run with a former All-Pro. This is David Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Patrick Queen on the...
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. First target, first catch, and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Watson now to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens.
So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
8-yard gain.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Got a man. It's Brown. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, an even 90 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
The extra point is
and that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Take over first and
that
10.
late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
That good for 22 and a first down.
22 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now the 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Texans' 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front.
Kick is good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Texans 7. Justin Tucker to kick.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it. They've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Dobbins running out of the gun. Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And the Raven first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and...
Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Complete to
Miles Boykin. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Good.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker to kick.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
To Duke Johnson.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
That one caught out wide by Boykin. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Again, the ball carrier.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And the Texans scoop it. A big seam and he might go all the way. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Chris Moore returning it. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
22-yard line. Offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Buffalo's own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Calais Campbell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a...
Irresponsible with